Hey everyone, how y'all doing? Blue here, back with our Minecraft medieval castle. Now guys, first of all, yes, we are finally there. I think today is gonna be the last part of the castle series. We've only got a few rooms left to finish up now, and then the castle is finally complete. Now I know this has been a extremely long series guys, way longer than I planned, but I just want to say a huge thank you for all of your support on this series. I'm so glad that so many of you guys have been enjoying it as well. It means the world to me to have so much support from all of you, so guys, thank you so much. Now, with that being said, before we get started with today's video, I just want to go over a few questions I've been getting a lot about recently on the channel. So, first of all guys, the cathedral. The cathedral is coming very soon. That's going to be in a separate build tutorial from the castle. It's not going to be part of the castle series. It will be separate and we will be doing that, including the full interior. So that will probably be done over about 3 videos. I don't think we're going to do it in one because that would just be a very long video. So we'll probably do that across 3 videos and that will be coming very soon. Now, secondly, my texture pack. I get so many people asking me what texture pack do I use. The only texture pack I use is Germsy Boy's Bushy Leaves add-on. It just changes the leaves. It just makes the leaves bushy in the game. I don't use any other texture pack other than that. The intro video that you're watching right now, I do use my own texture pack for that. That is also linked in the description if you want to check that one out, and it's only available for Java Edition. Now, with that being said, also while you're watching this video, I am using BSL shaders, and a lot of people keep asking me what settings do I use on this, and I don't really do much for the settings. I just turn off fog, I turn off bloom, I turn off the light shafts, turn on ambient occlusion, and that's pretty much really all of my settings guys. That's all I do, just to make it just to make it a little bit clearer to see in game. I don't really make more settings changed other than that. Any other settings that you can see that look a bit different is likely down to the graphics settings through my graphics card. Other than that guys, I just want to say a huge thank you for the unbelievable support on the channel. Comments have been crazy recently guys. There's been so many comments, so thank you so much. Keep them coming guys. I love hearing your comments. I do apologize if I don't reply to them all. There's just so many of them that it truly is just impossible to get to them. But as always guys, I will always try my best to reply to you if I can. Now, with that being said guys, I think that's enough of the talk. Let's dive in and get building and finish this castle. Alright guys, just before we get started, just a quick heads up. This is actually the second time of recording this video. The first time I updated my shaders, and although the video looked fine for me on screen, it was actually very dark for the recording. So I've gone ahead, I've adjusted all of my settings, and I've also put on night vision so that you guys can see everything that we're doing. So it should be fine this time round. Please bear in mind that there's a small chance that 1 or 2 blocks might be in a different place when I've removed it and adjusted what I've done. So it should be fine, but there's a small chance of that. If I notice it, I will point it out in the video. But we should be good to go guys. So with that being said, we're going to dive straight in and we're going to head over here. So as we come in the main gate, we're going to go into the little stable area here. So upstairs are going to be the guest bedrooms and a little kind of like a little guest sort of place to sit down and drink and stuff. So we'll get to that after, but first of all we're going to start with the stable hand. So this is going to be a pretty simple little room in here. It's going to be fairly basic and we won't really have too much in here at all really. So first of all, what we want to do is get rid of the lighting and the polished andesite stairs and polished andesite blocks here. Okay, so we're going to get rid of all of these ones across here all the way to the corner. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of those. Okay, once you cleared all that area guys, just be sure to go ahead and throw in some spruce planks into the ceiling like this, just to match up with everything. Perfect. Now before we do anything, I think the first thing we're going to do is the ceiling, just so that that's out of the way, and then we can just work on everything on the ground level. So what we'll do is we're going to start from this corner here, and we're going to just put a beam all the way across to this side. we're going to move across, leave a 1 block gap. And we're just going to do that on every other block all the way across. Once you get to above the door here, guys, just be sure to throw in some more extra ones there and then bring this one over here. And I did miss this one. Make sure you go ahead and get rid of that as well. Now, with that being said, we're going to grab our spruce stairs and simply put one in the gap like this and then one underneath the pillar. And just do that all the way across on both sides, making sure that they are placed upside down. Okay, once you've done that, we're going to head back over to where the door is. And we're actually going to... let's actually get rid of this stair here. So right on this little corner piece. And the same with this one here. And then we're going to do exactly the same over here, guys. We're going to get rid of that one and get rid of that one. And what we'll do is we're going to place a pillar all the way up like this. And a pillar all the way up again from here. Then we're going to go ahead, do the same over this side. And then, of course, we're going to go ahead and put in our upside down stair in between the gaps or underneath, wherever they end up, like this. Okay, perfect. Now, in here, like I said, it's going to be for the stable hand. So we're just going to keep it simple in here. So we're going to start with a little table. So where this pillar is here, so we've got the door behind us here. From this one here, leave a 1 block gap. We're going to put 3 of our dark oak slabs. Leave a 1 block gap, put another 3 of them here. And then we're just going to place a dark oak trapdoor there. Place 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go ahead and right about here, we're going to jump, place 1 there, and then close it up. Now, let's grab our lanterns. And I think in here, we've got our first pillar here, our first beam rather. On the middle of the second one, we're going to put a lantern there. And then on this side here, skip that one. And roughly the middle of the next one, we're going to put 1 there. Okay, now we got some beds. So we're only going to place, I think, 3 beds in here. So what we'll do is we'll place 1 about here, just in the corner. And then we'll place 1 in this corner and then 1 just here. And then by the side of all of them, we're going to put in a barrel, just like this. At the end of this bed, leave a 1 block gap. We're going to put 2 barrels here. We'll put 1 up there and then I think 1 about there. Just like that. Nothing over the top, just a few little bits of storage. Now this room is going to be used for storage because this is going to be for the stable hand. So we're going to go ahead and I think we'll put in a shelf across here. So 4 of your spruce trapdoors. I think we're going to go ahead and we'll put in a little shelf about there. And then a little shelf about there. Then over this side here in this gap, we're going to come up and put a 1, 2, 3 blocks, 3 trapdoors here for a shelf. And then we're going to put in a dark oak stair, and then 2 in between like this. Now up here, we're going to put in a barrel, and then I think we're going to put in a lantern just there. And yeah, that should be good for now. Over this side here, again, we're going to have a storage area here. Now I'm going to place a few barrels for the moment, but we might end up removing some so that we can mix in some other blocks. So for the moment, let's just add a kind of bit of a pile of sort of barrels for storage. Trying to place them in different directions if we can. Something like that. Maybe this one over here will stand that one upright. And then again, we're going to have something similar over on here. Just another bit of storage. So in the corner there, I'm going to leave that for a composter. But I think we'll put in a barrel there, and then maybe 3 barrels against the side there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, now we're going to add a few more details. So I think we'll start over here. We're going to put a composter. And I think we're just going to put 2 leaves on top of that. We can get rid of that one there just so we can see that it's a composter so that it looks a little bit decorative. Then I think we're going to place 2 of the beehives in there. Over here, we're going to break this one. Let's put a beehive there. I think we'll break that one up there. We'll put a crafting table. Yeah, I think that will do. Maybe we'll even get rid of that one there and put one of those there. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty good. I think on the table here, I'm going to crouch and just place a lantern. And then I think maybe we'll put a chest on here. A couple of our sea pickles up here. Over here, I think on top of the shelf, I'm going to put a chest there. Maybe a lantern in the corner. Maybe a lantern down here. A chest up there. And then maybe some sea pickles up there. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to get a barrel up there. We'll put in a chest. Maybe some sea pickles, and we'll leave the other side empty, I think. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty good. Now it's really just, it's entirely up to you for decorations. Okay, so to finish up this little room here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start by placing in a cauldron over here with a bucket of water in it, and we're going to put in a tripwire hook there for a little sink, and then a spruce trapdoor just to make it blend in with everything else. Over here, we're going to actually put some of our dark oak trapdoors to make this look a bit like a bench, and if we can, we're going to stand here, we're going to just jump and just place a couple in here. Not one there. There we go, we've got a nice little table here now, and we're going to just put in a flower pot here, a flower pot here. This one I'm going to actually put a fern inside. Then I think we're just going to place in probably just a few flower pots about, so maybe one there, one there. We could put one there, maybe one there. And we'll just put one up here. I'm not going to put a flower in all of them, but maybe just a couple of them like this. I think that looks pretty good. Some dark oak barns, I'm going to place those on some of the beehives. I think it makes them look like little kind of cabinets. Although we can't get one on there, so we just put one on the top one. Okay, one last thing to just finish up. I think these little storage areas here, sometimes it looks good if you just add a barrel, a chest or two amongst the storage. And then you can go ahead and do something like this. So put in some campfires, just randomly. And then you can use your shovel and just put them out. And it kind of looks like a bit of firewood. Something like that. We could put another one down here. Something along those lines. I think that'll do. We don't need to go too crazy here. Just a few bits around. I think it just adds a nice little bit of storage. Alright guys, so I think that is about it for this room. We're now going to head up to the rooms above, which are going to be the guest rooms. So if we come out of here, we're going to head over to the little stairway at the side. And then up into this room just here. So in here, we're going to have some guest rooms, and over here, we're going to have a little doorway, which is going to be right here. So right in the middle of the sandstone here, we're going to break 1, 2, 3, and then we're just going to grab a smooth sandstone stair, place that there. We'll grab ourselves the spruce door as well, and we can just place that right in the doorway there. Perfect. Okay, for this one, guys, let's take a quick look around. What have we got? We've got quite a lot of spaces. So we're going to add 3 bedrooms. So starting from the door where we came in over here, okay, we're going to start marking out. So let's get our smooth sandstone. And from this pillar just here, we're going to place 1 here, leave a 1 block gap. And then on the end, we're going to place a strip spruce log. Basically, the same pattern we have up here. The window gap is where the door is. Now, we're going to just move in 1, just like the wall does, and we're going to place in our pillars. So here, here. Then we're going to move in, place 1 here, and 1 right here. Now, we're going to go ahead and get the sandstone again. And what we'll do here is we're going to have a 3x3 room here. So we're going to put the wall right in that edge there. Over here, we're going to put a block here, and then we're going to put in a wall right about here, leaving 4 blocks gap in this room. This room here is going to be the same size, so we're going to put our sandstone here, block here, and again, we're going to have 4 blocks across there. Now, as for this doorway here, let's go ahead and neaten some things up here because it looks a little messy. So we're going to break these 2 stairs and this block. We're going to break this stair and the one behind, and then 1, 2, and 3 stairs just there. Then we're going to place in 3 blocks like this, one up here. Then we're going to go ahead and put in stairs against those. And then right here, we're going to bring our strip spruce log beam. We'll add an upside down stair at each side like so. Actually, no, that stair will be one in front like that. Break that one there, and then we will bring our beam all the way down to the ground just like this. Okay. Now, I think we'll go ahead and get our walls in place. So where the walls are for each room, okay, so we've got the doorway, the wall at the side here, which is going to be the smooth sandstone. It's going to go all the way up to the ceiling. So what we want to do is break these 3 blocks that are going to line up with it. Do the same again over here. And the same again for this one here, okay. Now, get rid of the lights and the chains just here. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to bring this 3-block wall like this all the way up to the top. So bring it all the way to the ceiling, just like so. We'll do the same in this gap here. And also in this gap here. And then just bring up these ones at the bottom. Okay, once you've done that, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to get in the stripped spruce logs, and we're going to just take that all the way up to the ceiling like so. Okay, just the one on this end. Same as these ones here, all the way to the ceiling. Okay, perfect. Now, what we're going to do here, I think, is just bring the ceiling down a little bit so that we can do something with it. Because right now, we can't really do much with it as it is. So what we'll do is we'll break the second set of stairs in the middle. Put some planks there. And then what we can do is we can get our stairs. And we can just basically loop them around like this. Okay, making a nice little edge for the wall. Up here, we're just going to bring the wall all the way down for now to here. Bring down one more, and then we can bring the side panels up. And then we should have a 3-block gap, so place one more at the top there and an upside down stair. Now, let's do the same in all of these rooms, okay? So just again, we're going to break the middle one. Then we're going to bring this over like this. Bring another row of planks. We can bring the wall down like this. But then inside, we're going to get in our stairs and just loop them all the way around like that, like so. And then bring in the sides of the doors. And then 2 in there. And then we can put our little upside down stair there for our doorway. Now, just going to repeat the same process for this one as well. There we go. Okay, now for the hallway that leads up down here. As you can see, we've got this slanted roof here, which, you know, it doesn't look bad. But the problem here is we can't really do much for hanging the lighting because we've got the stairs. So what we're going to do, from where the hallway starts, ignore this section here, okay? This big section here at the corner. We're going to ignore that for the moment. And then what we're going to do is we're going to break... So we've got one set of stairs. This next set of stairs here, we're going to break the second row, okay? And then again, the second row. And then the second row up again, like this. Now, get your planks, and we're just going to do like this. Fill this with your planks. All the way to here. Now, we're just going to get our stairs, place them upside down like this against the inside edge, going down the opposite way. And as you can see, that leaves us a nice center point for the ceiling down here. So this end here is actually only 4 blocks, but the rest of these are 5-block gaps. So what we're going to do is right where the door is, we're going to go to the middle point there. We're going to place in a chain and then a lantern. Right where the door is, we're going to place a chain and then a lantern. And then one more time. Perfect. Now, let's have a look down this end and see what we can do with the ceiling here. So the ceiling we can see is already pretty much aligned. So I think what we'll do here is we'll break these blocks across here. And we're going to actually put in a beam all the way across from here to this side. And then a beam across to this side. Yeah, I think that looks okay. And then what we could do is put an upside down stair there to look like a support. And then one again on this side. And then if we jump up here, I think what we'll place is probably just a smooth sandstone. In here, break the stairs at the back so you can get them into the back there. Yeah, and I think that looks pretty good. If you wanted to, you could match up with the spruce, strip spruce logs. So if you wanted to make little pillar lines like this, just like we have on that side, you can do. It's entirely up to you. And then I'd go ahead and I'd move this light over without breaking that. And place it just in the middle like that. And with that light being there, I don't think we really need a light just there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So once we finish building, guys, I will quickly take you on a walk through everything that we've done to show you what it looks like with the night vision turned off. Because at the moment, you can't really see how nice it looks with everything. So we will come back to that after. But for now, we need the night vision on so that we can see everything we're doing. Now, I'm going to quickly grab some dark oak stairs. And while we're here, I'm just going to grab two more things, which is going to be some of the acacia leaves and some composters. So what we're going to do here is we're going to just make a little table here, just a little free table, just like this with our upside down stairs. I think here we could probably go ahead and put a lantern just there. Then I'm going to put in a composter on the corner of all of these edges as we come down the hallway. And then on top, we're just going to put some leaves. And then I think we'll actually put one in here as well. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And I don't think we really need to do more than that. I think really that is more than enough. These look pretty nice. We've got enough details. I don't want to overcrowd these hallways because if we start putting in like tables and stuff, it's going to be extremely cramped. So we don't really want to add anything else. I think that will do. On here, we could go ahead and add a little flower just for a little bit of detail. So I'm going to get myself a fern and a flower pot. And like always, if you wanted to, you can always use the sea pickles as well. They add a nice little detail if you wanted to add more details. But I think I'm just going to stick with probably just a flower pot like this. And there we go. That's the hallway all done. Now let's get to the bedrooms. We'll start with the end one here. And what we'll do before we do anything, let's go ahead and put a door in each of our doorways. I'm going to go with the spruce one, but you can use any door. It doesn't matter which one. There we go. Perfect. Now, if we start over here, we're going to start with the smallest room of all first. Okay, for this room, we're going to just go inside here. And we're going to go ahead and place, I think, a bed there. We're going to put in a barrel just there. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3 barrels up here. We'll put in some trapdoors just down here. Make sure it's on the top half of the bottom block. And then go up and put the same just here. Let's put in a chest just there. Maybe another spare chest at the top there. We can put a lantern in the middle up there if you want. Then I think really just maybe a flower pot. Maybe some sea pickles up the top here. We can go ahead and put our fern in there. And then just behind us, I'm going to go ahead first of all and put some barrels like so. And then we're going to squeeze in a single paint in there and then break those ones there. It's a little bit of a squeeze. It's a small room, but it does the job. It's fine. Okay, so we've got a nice little bedroom there. Right, okay, in here we're going to have another room. And this room's a little bit bigger, so we're going to go for 2 beds in these bedrooms. And this bedroom and the one next door are going to be exactly the same. So we'll put some beds there. We'll put in a barrel, a lantern. I'm going to go ahead and put in a picture on the wall right about there, just like so. Then behind us here, we're going to do pretty much the same thing. So 3 barrels, we'll do 2 shelves, we'll put in a chest on each one, a flower, and maybe some sea pickles at the top there. Put in the fern. And yeah, I think that looks good. If you wanted to, on the ceiling up there, you could put in another lantern. It's entirely up to you. Gives it a little bit more brightness in here because you don't want no mobs spawning down here. And in here, we're going to go for something exactly the same. Now, of course, guys, feel free to play around and do some different things if you want to. I'm just keeping them simple purely because there are a couple of guest bedrooms. And, you know, we've got so many rooms and that as it is now. So it's just nice to just have some that just feel a little bit more fitting with each other. So we're going to go with that. We're putting a lantern up there. We've got our lantern down here. Flower pot. We've got some sea pickles. And our fern. And then our painting on the wall. Let's not forget that one. There we go. Lovely. Okay, and there we go. We've got some guest bedrooms down the side here. And I think that is perfect. Now, all we need is a nice little place for them to chill out and have a drink. So, let's head inside here. And in here, we're going to have a little bar. And we're going to try and do something to make this look pretty cozy. So, first of all, I think we're going to make a chandelier in the middle of the room. Get ourselves some light. And then we'll work from there. Okay, the chandelier is going to be pretty simple. So, if we jump up here, we've got 3 sections of wall. 1, 2, 3. So right in the middle, right where that window is, right on that beam there, we're going to place in a spruce fence. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, I think, of the chains. And then we're going to place in, how high are we? Yeah, 1 about there. Maybe 1 higher. 1 higher maybe. Yeah, so we got, is that 2 chains or 3 chains? That's 2 chains. And then we're going to place a fence on each side like this. And then I think what we'll do is we're just going to go ahead and place a lantern on the top just like this. And I think that looks pretty good. On the corner over here, we've got a 4-block section. So 1 block away from the wall, I'm going to place 2 chains from the ceiling and then a lantern. And then we're going to do the same over here. So we're going to go 1 block away, place 2 chains, and then a lantern. Excellent. That gives us a good source of light. Now, where this pillar is here, we're going to line it up with this pillar here and place one right there. Okay, so we should have a 1, 2, 3, 4 block gap and then 2 blocks behind it here. Right, let's go ahead and bring this all the way up to the ceiling. And which one is it? It's the stair there, I think. And connect it all the way up. Now, this is going to be our little bar. So we're going to place some upside down spruce stairs across here. We'll place 1 more just there. And then we're going to go ahead and put in a trapdoor against there so that we can open and close it to get into the bar area. In here, we're going to place 3 of our scaffold blocks. Then we're going to place some barrels down the side here. 1, 2 blocks gap, and we're going to place 3 barrels up here. Put 2 barrels on there. And then I think we'll go ahead and we'll put a lantern in that corner. And yeah, I think that looks good. Now, at the top here, right above the barrels on this pillar here, we're going to put some upside down stairs here. And then we're going to also go around the edge here and line it up and bring some upside down ones there. Underneath it, we're going to put in some slabs for a little bit of shape and detail. And, oh, this one actually ends up in the... Oh, no, it might not be in the way. We might be good. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and, first of all, we're going to get ourselves some planks. And the planks are going to just basically go as a ceiling. So break those stairs across the back there. And then we're just going to bring some planks across all the way to here. And then we're going to place another row here. And then right at the very top here, I think what we'll do is we're going to just get rid of these stairs here. Bring those across like that. And yeah, I think this is going to actually be better off if we remove it. Let's get rid of this light out here. Put some upside down stairs on there. And then on the very top here, I think we're just going to put in some of our trapdoors, just because they have a little bit more detail than the planks. So it just looks a little bit nicer up there. In this little gap up here, I think probably just break the stairs and then just fill that with planks like that, just to bring it out. I think that looks fine. Yeah, that looks good. On the inside here, let's go ahead and we'll put in some planks above the barrels there, and then just maybe surround some upside down stairs like so, and then a lantern in the middle there for some light. There we go, that looks pretty good. Alright, let's just get some detail blocks here so we can get ourselves some bushes, some flower pots, composters. What else do we need here? Oh, we need some tripwire hooks. And then of course maybe some flowers. Right, so first of all, let's just put some taps on those, or the tripwire hooks rather. We'll add some flower pots down here to look like some mugs or some beer cups. Maybe another one up there and one against the window there. On the side here, I think we're going to just put a flower pot and use it as a flower pot, like that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, a couple of details while we've got them out. Let's go ahead, put a composter there, and then we're going to put some leaves in front of it. Ooh, if we can jump up. And then we're going to just break that one behind. Let's do the same over here. We'll put a composter in front of that window, and then leaves can go just there. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, right, so that's looking good. Let's get a couple of tables in here. So for tables, we're going to go with the dark oak. I think the dark oak just adds a nice little break in the colour. So let's get some slabs and some dark oak trapdoors, and while we're there, let's just get some of those as well. Right, so for this one, we're going to start by placing, I think, a slab there, one here, and then either one block gap and do another two here. Then we're going to go from where this one is to the opposite side here. We're going to move one block back, do exactly the same thing. So there's a one block gap between all of those. Let's put some trapdoors behind them like this. Now we can't do that one there, so that's not to worry about that one. And then we're going to come around to this side, dark oak trapdoors, and then if we can get into this little gap here, we can place one right there. There we go. Okay, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to bring some slabs all the way across like this, and then the same again over this side, and then we're going to put in a trapdoor if we can get it right there, and then if we can get one just in there. Perfect. So we've got two little tables. Again, I think we're going to put in a couple of the flower pots like that, maybe one more there, and then that one, maybe I'll put a flower in that like so. Maybe we could instead use a couple of these, something like that. That should look good. Now, I don't think I really want more than two tables, to be honest, guys, because it's a small area, and over here I think we could just do a nice little chimney. So let's grab ourselves some bits for a chimney. So first of all, we're going to need a campfire, and a chimney, we're going to build it with some bricks. So we're going to use the normal bricks, the slabs, and of course the stairs. And then I'm going to get myself some spruce trapdoors, and then I think a stone pressure plate as well. And then just for some decoration, I'm going to keep the sea pickles, and I think we'll just use a flower pot. And we'll use a flower pot, and let's just use a different flower for a change. Let's use the blue orchid. Right, okay. So this is actually a pretty simple fireplace design. We're going to start from the pillar here. We're going to go over by one block and place in our campfire. We're going to put in a full block under each side with a normal stair and then an upside down stair above it from the side, like so. Then we're going to go 1 and 2, break that one from behind there. And then we're going to put in a full block there. And then I think what we'll do is we're going to go with a stair at each side a slab on top of those. And then I think we're just going to run the 4 blocks all the way up to the ceiling here. Now let me just break a hole all the way through like this. And we'll jump up here. And I'm going to bring it all the way up. So we're out of the ceiling, out of the roof. We're in line with that slab. I'm going to go 1 block above. And then I'm going to put in a campfire. And then I think what we'll do is we'll surround it with our trapdoors like so. And if you wanted to, you could put a flower pot or maybe even a wall or a cobblestone wall or something like that. I mean, with the cobblestone wall, you can grab that from here. And that looks pretty good as well. Let me just quickly change that one and then we'll go. There we go. Something like that. I think that looks pretty cool. Okay, now I just realized we ain't got no lantern underneath here. So let's see if we can get ourselves a lantern. And we can place one right about... No, not breaking that. One just there. Perfect. Okay, right, let's get ourselves back inside. And we're just going to do one last little bit of detail. So if we come around here, we're going to go in here. And just one little thing. You've got 3 places you can put stuff. So here, here, and here. I'm going to go for a flower pot here. And maybe some sea pickles on there. Yeah. And I think I'm going to just leave it at that. Other than that, guys, I think this is looking pretty good. You know, we've got some details in there. We've got plenty of sort of room. You know, it's not overly cramped. And it's a nice little place for our guests to come and have a little drink or something to eat. Okay, right, excellent. So we got that all in place. We have got all of this in place. So the next thing we're going to do is head over to the tower. We're going to do the ballroom last, which is going to be in here. And that's going to be done over the 3 floors in there. So we're going to come to that last. For now, we're going to fly up to this tower over here on the left-hand side of the castle. So from the front gate, the left-hand gate here. And we're going to come down to this landing here first of all. And before we do anything, let's come over here and we'll get ourselves the door. And we'll also get ourselves a upside down stair. Right in the center here, let's break a doorway. Put an upside down stair there. And then from the inside, we're going to place a door there. Let's place a door right there. And if we walk around it just here, we can put in an upside down stair there. And then we can get some stone and just fill those 3 blocks up there. And we're going to keep that as the entranceway like that. Okay, that's good. Now, I'm going to actually work from the roof down because I think it might actually work better. So what we'll do is we're going to build a stairway. And we're going to build it down from this side. So let's quickly just go 1, 2, 3, 4, which are right in line with the side of the catapult. And then another 4 more like this. Now you can see the castle is there, so we're on the left-hand tower. We're on the right-hand side of this tower here, on the right-hand side of the catapult, and a 4x4. And we're going to just break those 2 at the back, which are towards the castle as well. Now, I'm not certain which side the stairway needs to come down. So let me grab some planks, and we're going to grab some stairs. So let's get our spruce stairs. There we go. Now, let's just quickly work this out. So we're going to have, say for instance, we had our stairs here. We would have 2 stairs. We bring it down and then down. And then when we get to the corner, we're going to go like a 2x2. Then we're going to go another one there, another one there, there. And then it would be a 2x2. Then it'd be stair, then stair. And then one more stair here. Oops. Then we would have our 2x2. And then 2 stairs here, which would be perfect because that leaves both of our doors in an open area. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and we're going to add stairs to the sides of these ones. So we've got a 2 wide walkway all the way up. There we go. All the way to the top of the tower. Now, bearing in mind that the stairs are going to start from the back of the tower, which is going to be from the side where the castle is, okay? So if he's coming down, I'm going to be facing away from the castle. Okay, right, that's looking good. Okay, for the very top here, guys, all we're going to do is something very simple. So right here, right where that stair is, we're going to put some of our oak trapdoors, open them up. At the back here, how far can we actually... We might actually get away with 2 stairs there, can we? Yes, we can, just about. So we can make it a tiny bit smaller. So let's get rid of that one. And then what we do is we put 2 of our trapdoors here. And then we're going to just jump up and we go 1, 2, 3 like this with our trapdoors. And there we go. We've got a nice little kind of walkway here, which we can come all the way down to the bottom of our stairway. Now, before we do anything else, let's get our spruce stairs, and we're going to put upside down ones underneath all of these ones here, just to give it a little bit of a neater look. Excellent. Okay, now if we was to put in a beam, let's say from this corner here, which is going to be right where the stairs first come down, this corner here, it's going to bring it all the way down to here. Let's bring that all the way up to the ceiling. Yeah, that looks okay. We can have one there. We might remove some of this in a second. Let's just see. So in the corner here, we've got some of our wooded beam from outside and the sandstone from the other room. So we're going to just bring another beam here all the way up and covering that corner there. Underneath the stairs here, why not? Let's match it up and put a beam in like so. Right, so we could do that. And then what we could do, so that we ain't got this beam here in front of the door, we could break this one here, get rid of these ones here, and then we could make it look like there's been a sort of platform built here. So let's break those 2 stairs and then bring a beam all the way over to here. And then we can make it look like there is a support there. So maybe we can put in a stair there and a stair there. And if we get into this little gap, we should be able to put one in that way. So it looks like a good support. And again, we can do that over here. So 2 there. And then from over here, just like so. Now it just gives us a little bit of a more of a realistic looking support. You know, something that looks like it's actually holding it all up. And I like that. I think that looks good. Okay, right. So down here, we can go ahead and in the middle, about there, we can put in a chain and we'll put in a lantern. And we've got so much room in here. This is really good. Okay, I think I'm going to put in a pillar here as well, right in this corner of the stair here. And I'm going to bring this all the way up. Yeah, something like that. I think that looks good. And again, to make it look a little bit more supported, I think we're going to go ahead, break that one there, and just bring a pillar all the way over that way. And yeah, that gives us a nice looking support, maybe even a upside down, oops, maybe a normal stair rather, not upside down, right about there. Now, get your oak trapdoors, and on the actual stairs, we're going to go ahead and place one facing like this. Then we're going to come down to, I guess, down to these bottom stairs here. We'll place one against the actual stairs themselves. And then we can go up the stairs and we can place one right there on top of the stair. On the inside here, we're going to go ahead and just place one on top of the stair as well. Just keep it going all the way up. Just like so. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, I'm going to put in a lantern right in that gap there just to brighten up this top area here. And then as we come down to around here. Yeah, I think what we'll do here is we're going to put in a little shelf in that corner there with the spruce trapdoor and then a lantern just there. Okay, excellent. Okay, now down here, all we need is some storage. So I want to mix this up like we always do. So we're going to go ahead and let's first of all just get rid of some of those. And the chains, we don't need those. Now here, I think just a mix of different blocks. So crafting tables, barrels, chests, anvils, even the campfire, and even things like maybe a cartography no, not the cartography table. We'll use the beehive. I think that looks a bit better. Actually, no, we'll use a fletching table. We don't use those very often. And then finally, I think we're just going to grab ourselves a shovel so that we can put out the fires. Okay, so down here, guys, like I said, it's just pretty much storage. So I'm going to start over the back here. Maybe add in a bunch of barrels, something like this. Then I think we'll put in maybe a crafting table. Let's put another barrel in about here. Let's put another barrel, without doing that, in maybe sideways, if we can get it. No, okay, it's a little bit awkward to get in. There we go. We've got one facing that way. Then I'm going to go ahead, I think, just put in a lantern underneath here. And then we could maybe just put in an anvil down there. Again, just to give it a little sort of something to the work area. We can do something similar over here. Maybe another couple of barrels. Just stand one right about there. Yeah, that looks good. Actually, we can make that a bit better. Let's get rid of that one. What we'll do is we'll put something up like that, and then I think something more like that. Yeah, that's better. And then, yeah, maybe a chest. Maybe a chest in there. We just want to kind of make storage, you know, because these towers, I would imagine that they would have used these areas, you know, for lots of their storage, you know. So something, yeah, something along those lines. Let's get ourselves a few of the campfires, and we'll just place in some wherever we can. No particular place really, just anywhere you can put one, and then go ahead, put them out. And that looks a bit like some firewood. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, what else do we have? We've got still a bit more room over here. So again, I think just a bit of maybe storage. Some barrels like that. Again, maybe we could get away with another anvil. And then maybe maybe a little shelf about here. And then on there, we're just going to go for something pretty simple. Something like that. And then maybe another one of those. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah, I really like that. That looks good. And as we come up here, we've got a nice little walkway that comes all the way around. And yeah, I think that looks great. Okay, guys, this is looking pretty good. Now, one thing I'm going to quickly do while we're here is I'm going to get some spruce pressure plates. And I am going to go ahead and I'm going to just put 2 in there and 1 there, just so we don't get no mobs spawn on the tops of these. I'm pretty sure it should be bright enough, but just in case. Okay, that's looking good. Right, guys, I think it's just the ballroom left to do now. So if we come down here, I think it's just through here. Now, outside here is a little bit dark, guys. But what I did do earlier, and I just realized that I've left them there, is I added some lanterns underneath there. Some lanterns along the outside here, as you can see, and one over there. Just to brighten up this little walkway here, because it is pretty dark on this walkway. Also, something that I did earlier, which I didn't remove, and that was placing on the blocks that you can actually place them, is the pressure plates. You can place pressure plates or buttons on tops of these, and they will stop the mobs from spawning. So anywhere you have a top block, see this one here is actually a half slab. This is the top half of a half slab, so this is actually still spawnable. So go along and just match it up. As you can see, I've put the dark oak ones on the dark oak and spruce on top of the spruce. So anywhere you have like slabs in the castle where, or a 4 block where they're spawnable, make sure you go ahead and do this. You'll have it like even on these little edges here. You see, you can probably go ahead and do the same thing. Even up here on these, they'll be placed like here that are spawnable. So make sure you go ahead and put some. You can use either the buttons or the pressure plates. It doesn't matter, as long as you put one of them on there, you'll be able to stop any mobs from spawning. Okay, and you don't really notice it when they're there. You don't really see them, so they're hidden out the way. So yeah, go ahead, do that throughout your castle to stop any mobs spawning on the roofs. They won't spawn on any stair blocks, but they will spawn on the top half of slabs or full blocks. So you need to make sure that you cover any of those that are on your roofs. Okay, and finally guys, we have the much awaited ballroom. I know loads of you have been asking me for this, so finally guys, here we are. We're going to go and make the ballroom. Now this is actually going to be done on 3 levels. So we're going to have a dance floor here with a balcony above, and then below we're going to have a little area for drinking and chilling out. So let's start with the layout here. Alright guys, so we've got quite a lot of work to do in this one. So let's start with, first of all, working out where the balcony is going to be. So what we're going to do is, from the door that we just came in, we're going to head over to the left hand corner at the back. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. From that third block, we're going to leave a 1, 2 block gap. And on the third one, we're going to place a pillar and take that one all the way to the ceiling. Over on the right hand side, exactly the same. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2 block gap. On the third one, we want a pillar going all the way up to the ceiling. Okay, just like this. Now we're going to turn around and we're going to do pretty much the same thing here, except we're going to go 1, 2 from the third one, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then place one on the fourth block. Okay, so this one is 1 block forward. Over in the corner here, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, and then 3, place one on this fourth one just here. Okay, perfect. Now from here, what we're going to do is we're going to actually break a row going all the way across to this one. Break the one above that block. Then from this one all the way down to the corner, break the one above it. Join across to this pillar, break the one above it. And then this one all the way down to this one and break the one above it. And then we're going to just break all of these ones in between like this. Okay, just like that. Now from here we're going to go ahead and let's first of all get in a stairway. So from the door over there on the left hand side, we're going to create a stairway. So in front of this pillar, we're going to leave a 1 block gap, and then on the next one, but just over to these two, we're going to put in 2 stairs, another 2 stairs, and then 2 stairs just in here. Now we're going to go ahead and behind that stair, we're going to place a little 2x2 platform. Let's put in an upside down stair underneath that one, and then while we're down here, let's put some upside down stairs underneath those. Now we can go ahead, let's get rid of that lantern and that one for the moment, and these ones just across here for now as well. Now what we need to do here is where the pillar is, we want to break 1 and 2 and then take those back, go up the stairs, break these ones all the way back to the wall, and then break 1, 2, 1, 2. Then we're going to place stairs right here in line with this pillar, 2 against there, and then if we come down here, we just place 2 upside down stairs there, and there we go. We've got our walkway all in one place up to this landing. Now at this point, we're going to go ahead, I think, with our upside down stairs right here, bring them all the way around this edge to here. Leave that block there for the moment. We're going to bring it over to this one, leave the corner one again, then we're going to bring them over here like so, and then finally all the way across here, and then the upside down one against that stair there. Now before we move any further, I think the first thing we need to do is get in the ceiling. Okay, so let's first of all just quickly place in a couple of your strip spruce logs here on top of these. Now get your spruce stairs, and actually no, before we do the spruce stairs, let's get the spruce pillars. And first of all, where we have these pillars here on the wall, as you can see, we've got a few of them here, we're going to bring them all the way up like this. Okay, so just bring the extra pillar all the way up. Just like this. And then we're going to do the same on this side over here. There we go. Now go ahead and get your spruce stairs, and we're going to do the upside down stairs underneath these. So in between these gaps here, we're going to put in all of our upside down spruce stairs, and then all the way across the top here, and then continue it all the way up until you get to the center of the roof. Once you've done one side, go ahead and repeat the same process on the other side. So we're just going to do it in reverse and bring the stairs all the way down this time. Okay, right, now that we've got that all in place, we're going to go over to here, which is on the back wall, okay? So the door is down that side there. We're going to come up to this one here, and right in the middle, we're going to break a 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go up by, so we've got 1 at the bottom, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And then just clear them all out, just like this. Then in this bit here, we're just going to put some upside down spruce stairs like so, and then at the very top there, we're going to put in an upside down stair there, and then maybe in the middle, we could go ahead, put in a trapdoor like so. And I guess if you wanted to, you could actually neaten off the edge here and add some trapdoors like this. This is not something I ever really do, but it might look okay. I think I might actually prefer it without the trapdoors, or at least maybe... yeah, maybe I prefer it like that. But guys, it's up to you how you want to do it. I'm going to do a stair with a trapdoor just underneath it. Now, if we get through the window here, we can go ahead and get in our smooth sandstone. Just bring that all the way across the bottom there. And then we're going to take it all the way up into the corner like this. Break that stair. And then at the top here, let's just break those two. And we're going to just bring it across like this as well. And then, of course, we're going to go ahead and just fill it with our glass. There we go. Perfect. Alright guys, now that is looking pretty nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to just decorate some of this. So before we do that, we're going to get in our smooth sandstone. And for this window here, right by the stairs, we're going to bring the sandstone all the way up to the top. Get rid of these stairs here. Do the same thing on this one here. Then the next window here, we're going to do exactly the same. Like this. And this, and then get rid of that stair just there. Then I'm going to go ahead and we're going to place a stair just there, upside down stair there, and then at the very top here we're going to just bring down our pillar. Again, over in this one we're going to put a stair, upside down stair, and then bring down our stripped spruce log pillar. Yeah, just on those ones, that's it. Okay, right, now I think we can go ahead and get in the rest of these pillars. So we're going to bring these pillars here on the corners, our 4 pillars, all the way up to the ceiling. Now I'm not sure which one they're going to go to, so let's go ahead and break, I think, that one. There we go. So bring those all the way up. Let's go ahead and just bring them all the way up a little bit, like so, and then we'll bring them all the way to the ceiling. There we go. Now, I think, how high do we want this? We're going to have a fence across there. So I think 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we could actually just do it at the same height as the other beams. So let's go ahead and make it the same height as the other beam. All the way around the edge. Just join in the 4 pillars together. And then, of course, underneath, we're going to go ahead and just put some upside down stairs. And then we're also going to do exactly the same at the very top, okay? So let's go ahead and just add stairs like this, but these ones are going to be facing down and not be upside down. And then just before we move down to the rest of it, we're going to grab ourselves a spruce pressure plate, and then we're going to go ahead and just run that around the gaps in between, just so that we make sure we don't get any mobs spawning up here. Okay, just like that. Okay, time to get in some lighting. So first of all, we're going to go to where this pillar is here. And right in the middle on the ceiling there, we're going to put in a fence post, and the same over here. Fence post. And now just find where we've roughly got a center point, which I don't know if we've got a complete center point, but this one here will work. Actually, we do have a center point. That one is 1 over. There we go. Right, okay, so we're going to use that one there. So now we're going to put in a chain on that one, a chain on that one, and we're going to put in a lantern. And a lantern. Now we're going to go ahead, I think, yeah, we'll go ahead and we're going to put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chains on this middle one. And then we're going to put in a fence post and then a fence on each side. Underneath we're going to place a chain on all 4 of these and then 2 on the center. And then we're just going to go ahead and put in lanterns on the tips. There we go. Excellent. Okay, now let's go ahead. I think we're going to use the oak fence for this one. And we'll start over here because this is where the edge of the walkway is. So we're going to just bring the oak fence all the way around that edge. Connect it up here. Then we're going to bring it all the way over. Connect it to here. Bring it all the way down this edge here. And then in this gap here, we're just going to connect it all the way over to here. Excellent. Okay, this is looking really good. So before we move on, guys, I think we're going to just decorate this balcony, which is going to be really simple. So all we're going to need here is going to be grabbing some dark oak stairs. So we've got some dark oak stairs. We're going to need some leaves. If we can find some, there we go, some leaves, some composters, some barrels, some lanterns. Then we're going to use a spruce fence, a chain, some trapdoors, and then a scaffolding. So first of all, we're going to get our dark oak stairs, and starting over from this corner here, we're going to go ahead in this gap here. We can't do it in there because we filled that one. So we're going to just put in a dark oak stair at each side and one there. Make a little chair. Over here, do exactly the same thing. And this one, we're going to just bring it out a little bit. So let's make it like a little corner sofa there. Let's do the same over here. So turn one from there. Bring it all the way around. And one just there. Same in this gap. And then finally in this gap over here. And I think we could make this one into corner one as well. We've got just enough room there to be able to do that. Just to make a little bit of a seated area. And I think that looks pretty good. Over here by this door, we're going to place in a composter at each side like this. With 2 of your leaves on top. Then we're going to place in a fence on those. Make sure it's in line with that beam. Put in a chain rather underneath, lantern on the bottom, and then we're going to put in a trapdoor just on top. Okay. Now on the sides here, we're going to do something similar. We're going to actually put in our fence posts on these 3. Okay. So make sure these 2 here and then that 3rd one over there. Okay. And then just put your chain underneath. And then go ahead and put in your lanterns. And then we're going to repeat the same thing on the opposite side. So let's go down. And we're going to actually have to go around here. So again here, right underneath the stair on the 3 pillars. Then underneath you want to make sure you get your chain. And then your lantern. There we go. Okay, that all looks good. Over here, just as you come up the stairs, we're going to skip that first block where the stair is. So you got the stair, 1 block. On the next 3 blocks here, we're going to put 3 scaffold blocks, 2 barrels. We're putting, oh, if we jump up, We're going to grab ourselves 2 more things here. Let's get ourselves some flower pots. And we're going to get ourselves some of the tripwire hooks. And while we're here, let's just grab, I don't know, maybe a sapling of sorts. So here we're just going to go with some cups like this, or some flower pots but made to look like cups. And then we're going to go ahead, crouch, place 2 of those. Okay, that looks good. I'm not sure if we can place a flower pot on somewhere like that. Oh, you can. So you can make it like someone's rested one of their cups on the side. Maybe one there. And we can do maybe the same over here. There we go. Excellent. Right, let's head back downstairs now. So we're going to head down here. And we're going to work out what we're going to do here. Okay, so first of all, down here, we're going to go ahead and put in some seats. So I think for the corners here, right where the door is, we're going to go ahead, let's put in a dark oak stair there, wrap it all the way around, one in there, and then we're going to put one just turned on that corner there. Do exactly the same over here. And then in that gap, we're going to go ahead, place 3 of the barrels. And then on the opposite side here, we're going to place 4 barrels. Okay. We're going to break that block there. And we're going to replace that with a plank. And then, yeah, that's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead, break these blocks in front of the barrels. And then these ones in front of these barrels. Then we're going to crouch, place white banners on the front to look like a little bit of a sort of a hanging sort of decoration on the side. And then we're going to go ahead and fill these with our planks, just like this. I'm going to go ahead, put a flower pot there, and then I think a couple of flower pots here just for decorations as cups. Okay, right, now let's go over to the stairs here. We're going to put in a couple of the oak trapdoors, and then we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. And then don't forget to close that one back up. Right, okay. Now behind here, I think we're going to break that one there and replace that with a plank. And then we're going to go ahead and put barrels across here. Put 2 more here. 2, preferably standing upright if you can. And then maybe another one there. Maybe even another one there. Then we can go 1, 2, 3 of our scaffold blocks. Let's put in 2 barrels, 2 tripwire hooks, and then 1, 2, 3 of the flower pots. Maybe even throw 1 in there. That's looking good. Okay, we're going to go ahead here and we're going to quickly just get some spruce stairs. We're going to place 1 here and then 1 that way like so. We're putting a flower pot there and we'll probably put some flowers in that in a minute. We're going to put 1, 2, 3 barrels over there. And yeah, that is looking pretty good. Now, let me just quickly break a hole here because we're going to actually make a stairway. So where these barrels are in this corner, we're going to break 1, 2, and then 3. And then 4, that one just underneath. Because what we're going to do, if we just drop down here, that one there is going to be a trapdoor. And then we're going to break that one there and we're going to actually place in a slab. So a spruce slab. Just there. And then from this block here, if we just come up here, we're going to go ahead and just grab ourselves the spruce stairs. Now we're going to go ahead, break this one block. And what we'll do is we'll place a stair there. Now, from here, where that gap is, right in that gap, we're going to place an upside down stair that way. And then basically just make a stairway coming down like so. There we go, all the way down to the bottom, and then we're just going to go all the way back up now. Excellent. Then we're just going to place a oak trapdoor just there, just to finish that bit off. Alright, let's quickly go ahead and add some lighting. So right in the middle here, we're going to go ahead and place a lantern there. from this pillar here on the side, we're going to leave a 1 block gap, place one just under there, and then from this one here, just go one back and one to the side, place one there. We've already got one here, so if you haven't got one here already, guys, place one right in the middle, just in front of the door, leaving a 1 block gap. And then again over here, we're going to go just back to the 4 block, one there, and then we're going to place one right on this end block here. Then we're going to go ahead, just place in some cake. This is a dance floor after all, and everyone likes a bit of cake. So we're going to put some cake there. And yeah, I think that looks good. Let's go ahead, let's get our red wall. And we're going to actually break from the pillar here diagonally inwards. Break a row all the way down until we're diagonally in from this pillar. Then we're going to go across until we're diagonally from this one. And then the same all the way down until this one. And then finally these ones here. Let's go ahead and put in some floor. Now the flooring here can be of your choice. I'm using the red wall. But you could use diorite if you want it to look a bit like a marbly kind of floor. You could use granite. You could use stone if you wanted to. Anything that you want, guys. Now, in the corners here, I'm going to go ahead and put in some glowstone just to brighten up this room a little bit because it is going to be a bit dark. So we want to make sure we've got some light in here. Then I'm going to go ahead, break the rest of the planks and replace it with some red wall. Now, cover the lights with some red wall like this. Now, of course, guys, if you are doing this with diorite, it might be a bit hard because I don't know what you would cover the lighting with. So you might find it hard to actually put lighting on the floor here. But if you're using the wall, you can go ahead and you can cover it with the matching coloured carpet. Then just go ahead and dot a few random sort of bits of carpet in here to make it look a bit worn and give it that kind of that medieval sort of feel. So something a bit like that. Just make it feel a little bit rough, a little bit worn down. Yeah, something kind of like that. I think that looks good. Now, I think that is everything here all done. I mean, if you wanted to, you could go ahead, maybe put a shelf up here for a little bit of storage. Let's go ahead, maybe get a barrel. We could put a barrel up there. Maybe throw in some of the sea pickles. Sorry, guys, I couldn't get the word there. But yeah, and then I think maybe over this side, just throw in another flower pot. Now, I think that is everything down here all done. Oh, one other thing. You want to go ahead and you want to put in a lantern in the corner here. So diagonally one from the corner there. And then the same thing over here. Let's get rid of that one. One diagonally in there. Yeah, that should be good. Just to make sure it's lit up. And then again, over here, diagonally in from the corner by 1 block. Okay, right, that's the dance floor all done. I think this is all looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and head downstairs. And then down here is going to be our drinking area. Okay, so down here, we are going to have to do a little bit of work. Alright guys, before we actually get started, I believe there will actually end up being a section of wall missing over here. Something, if we go ahead and just quickly fill that back in. So something along the lines to, I think it's about, yeah, somewhere around there. Okay, so here I think is going to be cut out of the wall. You'll have a gap that you can come through here. Now there's nothing down here, but this will lead through to the wall where the back of the armory is, okay? I'm not going to break it or make a door or anything, but if you guys wanted to, then you guys are welcome to go ahead and make it as you please. So go ahead and just fill all this section here with your stone, your polished, not your polished, your andesite and your stone bricks. And then here on this wall, this corner here, I believe this will be a polished andesite pillar. So just go ahead, remove that and change it to the stone so that it blends in with everything else. And then just go ahead and just with your wall, just randomly put in stone bricks and andesite. Just randomly mixed it in. I'm just using the slabs here to turn them into 4 blocks, but you guys might want to do it with 4 blocks to make it a little bit easier. Okay, and just fill that wall in there. Once you're done, you want to go down to the end here, and as you can see, we've got these 3 corner pieces on here. We want to just make a another wall in here, okay? It hasn't got to be nothing much. Just basically fill it in as you please again with your stone, your andesite, and your stone bricks, like so. Okay, just go ahead and just fill it all in by one more, just so we can blend this all in a little bit better, because the 3 pillars here it just looks a little bit too much of the corner here. So I just wanted to just smooth it out just a tiny bit. Okay, once your wall is all in place and you're all neatened up, you're ready to go. So what we're going to now do is underneath the stairs here, we're going to place in a row of stone blocks all the way down until we get under the stairs there. And then we're going to just do another row in front, going all the way back to the other end. And then just put a row of slabs in front and then 2 on the little corner here like this. And again, guys, go ahead, use your stone bricks or your andesite and just mix it up just a little bit, just to make it look a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more worn, I guess. There we go, something a bit like that. Okay, now that we got that all in place, guys, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to do a little bit of work on the ceiling, because the ceiling is going to be one of the biggest points to do. So we're going to just get that done and out of the way. So starting from underneath the stairs here, we're going to come up here and 1 block away from the wall, we're going to bring a strip spruce log pillar all the way across to the other side. We're going to break that stair and bring another one all the way across here. And then if you wanted to, you could go ahead and if we can just drop down, there we go. We can place in a trapdoor just on there to blend that in with the stairs again. Now back to our strip spruce log pillars. We're going to come back up here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. And then we should be able to place 1 here, 1 here, and then the next one is going to be all the way from here. So let's bring these pillars all the way over. And then we're just going to place a pillar on every other block all the way down to here. And again, guys, just extend them over to the other side. Okay, that's looking good. Now, what we're going to do is get the spruce stair. And where the stairs are here, this first pillar here, let's put 1 there. And then underneath in that gap, we're going to put in an upside down one all the way across like this. Okay. And if we go down to this end, we're going to do the same thing. So just in that gap, we're going to do that. Over this side, let's do the same thing. So upside down stair in the gap. That one and that one as well, just like so. Now what I'm probably going to do here is just put in some trapdoors in these grooves here like this, just all the way across like so, and that will cover up any of the red wall. So anywhere we've got the red wall, it'll cover it up so it will blend in with the ceiling. See, just like so. Okay, now that we've got that all in place, we've got all of the trapdoors in place, let's work on our main supports. So this stair here, we're going to leave that one as it is, and this is going to be where the next support is going to take place. So we're going to have in a full block here and then a full block in front. Then we're going to place in upside down stair there. We're going to place a slab and then a trapdoor like that. Okay, and we're going to do that all the way along this side and then all the way along the other side as well, making sure that it's underneath the beams. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that all in place. One final note, guys, is this little one here on the corner. What we're going to actually do here is we're going to match it up with the one opposite. Okay, so we've got the trapdoor in the same place. Then we're going to put in the slab and then the full block. Okay, just like that. So we don't make a complete beam because we don't quite get in for the upside down stair there. But overall, I think that will do. Now, once we've got that in place, we're going to start from this side. And on every other one, we're going to place in a chain coming down. Just like so. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to put in a lantern underneath. Excellent. Okay, now that the ceiling is all in place, we've got all of our lights and that up, let's go ahead and start placing in some tables. So I want to get about 3 large, well not large, but 3 tables coming down here. So I think what we'll probably do is if we start over this side, we're going to leave a little area here for a bit of storage. So let's go 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. Let's see, we could have a table about here with a seat at each side. Leave a 2-block gap, do another one, a 2-block gap, and then we couldn't quite get another one. So maybe if we make it 3 blocks, it'll be 3 blocks. We should be able to go table, table, 2 blocks, and then a table. Yeah, it should be perfect. So we've got 3 blocks gap on the end, and then we're going to go 1 and then 2, 2-block gap, then 1 gap between them, 2-block gap there, and the same across here. So, right, okay, so for here we're going to go 2, 3, with a 1-block gap, 2, 3, 2-block gap, have another 2, 1-block gap, 2, 2-block gap, 2 more, 1-block gap, 2 more there. Then we're just going to go with an upside down stair in the middle of those. On the end here, just go ahead and just place any random block for now. Something like that. And then behind it, we can go ahead and place in our upside down stair. Break the block behind. And then we can place the slab in the middle like so. In fact, actually, we're going to break these ones here, guys. So we're going to have single chairs. Yeah, slab in the middle there. Break that single block down now. I think it will look better, because you can actually see underneath it. Then let's just go ahead and put in our dark oak trapdoors against the backs to make them look like little chairs. Okay, that looks great. Right, okay, where the stairs are, come down the stairs here, and we're going to have a 1, 2, 3 block gap. And then we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 of our beehives, is it? Beehive, yeah. And then we're going to put in a dark oak button on front of them. And I think we're just going to put in a couple of our flower pots. And then a lantern on the corner. Heading down this end here, we're going to make a little storage area. So let's go ahead and not do that. Let's go ahead, let's place barrels. So put 2 there. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 coming down here. Can we get one? Okay, let's try. Ooh, let's try this. And we'll place 1. There we go. 1 like that. We can place another 2 here. In fact, we'll get rid of that one. Let's place 1. If we can get it facing that way. And then maybe 1 up there as well. Yeah, that looks good. Now what we're going to just do is throw in a lantern. Couple of flower pots on those. I think that should do. Yeah, that looks good. Right, now over here we're going to break this block here. So there's 2 blocks gap, then 1 here. The block above, we're going to leave 1 block gap, place a plank. I keep pressing the wrong button. Place a plank like that with a barrel on this side here. Then place 2 barrels this side, 2 that side, 2 that side, and if we jump up, we can place 2 in here. Grab your stairs, place 2 here, 2 here. We're going to come to this side here, crouch, place 2 upside down ones here, 2 normal ones on the top there. Now, if we can, we're going to place in 2 of our trapdoors here. 1 trapdoor on the top there in the middle. Then in this gap here, you want to place a trapdoor there and a trapdoor just there. There we go. Just to give us a little bit more shape there for a large barrel. And then we're going to put a lantern just behind it, just to give us some extra light. Let's grab ourselves a tripwire hook. And again, we're going to go over here and we're just going to place that just on top of that. We're also going to get ourselves a cauldron while we're there. And again, we're just going to place that underneath just to make sure if any of the beer runs out, it goes into the barrel. Okay, and one more thing quickly. Let's get ourselves some scaffold blocks. And we're just going to put in a couple of extra barrels over here. So something like that with our scaffold. 2 of those. We'll take a stand back. Place 2 of those there. We could actually put 1 more in there. And we can't place nothing on it. So there wouldn't be no point in that. Oops. And then we're going to go ahead and place in one of our flower pots on top like so, I think. And yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So yeah, I think we've got some details in there. Let's go ahead, put some details on the tables. So we could put in like a cup or 2, something like that. Maybe even get in some of the sea pickles. I always forget the names of these. Something along those lines. Now down here again, guys, I just want to add maybe another little drinking area. So we could add like 3 of those, and then we can have some barrel storage maybe here like that. Let's put in 2 of them on there. Then we can go ahead again, place some more of the cups, maybe even some of the sea pickles. Yeah, and then what we'll do is we'll get in our tripwire hook and we can place in a couple of those like so. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I think maybe we should just add a couple of flowers here. Maybe one of these. So if we go down and we're placing one of those there. Maybe that table there can have one. Maybe there we can have one as well. But yeah, other than that, guys, I think that will do. Oh, one other little thing we can do here is we can actually add some paintings. Let's add some paintings. And I guess we're just going to place right where the tables are. We're going to go, say, about there in that gap. Okay, so something like that. Yeah, I just want a little single painting. I think like that. Maybe on this wall here, we could put something like that. And then maybe over here, let's try something like that. There we go. It just makes it look a little bit nicer down here. And one last thing which I nearly forgot, and that is the oak trapdoors here. So what we want to just do is place them on the side of the actual stairs going upwards. And then we're just going to come up the stairs and place them just like so to create a little walkway. There we go. Alright guys, well I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and turn off the night vision so you guys can see how this actually looks, because right now you can't really see the shadows or anything like that, so you don't see really how nice it actually does look down here. I think one thing I'm going to just quickly do is get myself a lantern. I think I might put one on the middle of that table just to brighten it up, because I think it might be a bit dark. Alright guys, let's go ahead, let's head up the top here and let's see how these rooms that we've done today look without the night vision on. Alright guys, right, it feels good to get that night vision off. That felt so bright while we was working, but there we go. And yeah, look, take a look at this place. This looks so cool. I really like this little room. This little ballroom was such a cool idea. It was requested by so many of you guys, so thank you all for all of the suggestions for this one, because I think this is such a cool idea. Now, one thing I think I did miss, let's quickly just do it while we're here. We'll grab the chain, the fence, and that was, we didn't put them over on this side, so this might be a little bit dark over if we don't do it. So let's put one of those up there. Then we'll put in the fence underneath, chain, and then of course our lovely lanterns. There we go. And there we go guys, that is pretty much, well, that is the castle complete. That is everything. Now, I'm pretty sure we've done every single room and everything in here. Oh, one other little thing that we will do before we finish up. Let's just quickly have a look around the rooms first of all. I want you guys to see how this place looks. I think this looks so cool. I really love the look of this. And then when we come down here, we've got this really cool little chill out place for drinking. Look at that. That looks so cool. Okay, right, now if we go upstairs here, we can head out of here. And let's just walk around. And we're going to go and take a look, first of all, at the stable hand. So the stable hand is down here. Right, okay. So this is a stable hand, guys. As you can see, we've got plenty of light in here, and this again, it just looks so cool. Nicely well, not organized, and a nice messy little stable hand, but that's all it would be, you know. This would be a place for the guys that manage the stable to come and chill out and have a nap and whatnot. So yep, that's the stable hands. Then if we go upstairs here to our guest rooms, we can take a quick look at those. Make sure you put a lantern up here if you didn't already. I think I might have added that at another point. You can even add in a couple on the walkway down here to stop it from getting so dark. Okay, and in here, you can see we've got our lanterns up there. As we come down here, it looks pretty cool. We've got our rooms. So we've got nice little rooms. A little bit cramped, but, you know, they do the job. And then this one in here as well. Then if we head down to the end, we've got our little, it's kind of like a little inn, another little inn for eating and drinking for guests. But yeah, we've got our nice little chimney fireplace. Oh, and again, I nearly missed that bit. Let's go ahead and quickly grab the stone pressure plate. And just a little finishing touch was to put one there just to look like a little bit of a little stone plate on the ground there. Yeah, but as you can see, guys, I think this is looking really nice. And yeah, overall, I'm really happy with the way the castle has shaped up. Now, guys, if you have been following along the series, thank you guys so much. It really does mean the world that you guys have built along and enjoyed this series as much as I have. Yes, it has been a bit of a tough series, and trying to find enough ideas for everything has been a little bit tough. But overall, guys, I have loved every minute of it, and it has been such a fun project. I definitely would like to do another large-sized project. I don't know what or when yet, but if you guys have any ideas, please feel free to mention it in the comments below. But if we just take a quick look in here. And this looks so cool. I love this. Yeah, this room feels very nice. Nice tower, lots of storage, but yeah, it's kind of, it just fits the sort of theme for it all. Excellent. Alright guys, well, I guess this finally brings everything to a close, more or less. And I'll tell you what, one last thing, because someone did mention it and I just remembered, is if we go into the castle here, a couple of you mentioned it in the last episode, was what are we going to do with this little room here? This was actually just a storage cupboard. That was all my plans were originally for it. So in here, if you want to do anything with it, feel free to make do as you please. I would go ahead, probably just add in a few items, nothing too much in here. So let's just grab a couple of bits. Something like this, maybe some beehives. And then finally, maybe just some ladders. There we go. So I think maybe we could put some ladders up to that little landing point there. Now through that little walkway, guys, I have added lanterns through it rather than the torches. I think they're just nicer for lighting areas like that. Let's add some beehives. Maybe some more beehives here. One in the corner, one there. We can put in some barrels. Again, randomly, nothing organized. Again, we could use some of the campfires. Something like that. A little bit of storage. Maybe a couple of lanterns down here. And if you wanted to, you could even put a lantern onto the ceiling. Add some chains down so that the light comes down a bit lower. There we go. I think that is gonna just about do it for this, guys. Guys, this series truly has been such a fun series, and I'm really glad that you guys have enjoyed it too. If you guys want another large series, please be sure to send me some ideas in the comments below. Tell me what you think. And if you guys think that I've missed anything, be sure to let me know in the comments as well. I will be doing a garden video at some point for the castle. That's going to be a separate video though. I'll be doing that somewhere separate. But it will be shown how to add it on as part of the castle. Also, the cathedral, that's coming very soon as well. I'm just working on the interior. Once the interior is ready, we're going to be doing a full tutorial on that. But other than that, guys, I just want to say a huge thank you. I love you guys to bits. And thank you so much for following along this series with me. But for now, this is BlueNerd signing out. And I will see you guys in the next one.